Okay, today we are going to examine NAT on multifunction devices. We're going to have a Linksys router, which is our 300N router. And as you can see, it's already all set. What we have to do is look at what's going on. Okay, we are going to start by clicking the router to get the config page open. And don't double click and get all click happy with this, because it goes packet down, way down. You just have to be patient with it. Then we want our GUI tab, because the GUI tab is to sort of its setup page. Okay, that's set. And we're going to make this just a little bit so you can see. Okay, we're going to click status, and it's going to bring pages underneath. And we're on the right page. Okay. So let's just look at some of this. It's a firmware. Here's our time, our MAC ad. Internet IP address is C. So this is an automatic done by itself. Okay. And it's trying to get it's getting IP addresses from okay, so it's working. Now we want to see, we could actually come down here and the new information. We want to click to look. Okay. Don't have far to scroll this one, and we can just look at this. This is the address assigned to the internal Linksys network. Alright, so here's our router, 0.1 start IP address. So it can hand out from 100 to 149. It itself is on 0.1.1. Okay. Now, since it's 190.168, is that public or private? Well, it would be public. We want to close this configuration because we've looked at things and it has to be configured right. Okay, we are going to add these. One, two. Hey, you want to be careful of that. There's two. And if you notice, my numbers were wonky. That's because one did it just went way down there. There we go. So we are going to use straight through cable, and we are connecting one with fast Ethernet to the Linksys. 1, 2 to the. Be careful what you click first, because it can mess you up. I have found that we're just clicking these fast Ethernets. 3, and if you used this before, you know that right now it seems like we're done all these various colored lights, 3 of which are still orange, and everything else is green. Orange is a bad color. We do not want the orange. For this activities especially, we have to get rid of the oranges. Okay? Alright, these 3 green and the other one is orange. So we only have one left. Okay, here we go. So we're going to click into O, and
we are wanting to configure these as
Fast Ethernet D. Now it will assign this itself, and once that's done, we're going to double check. We're going to drop command prompt config all. And now did it assign it? It did. Okay, and they are in those addresses. We got those private addresses. Okay, down here to 2 config. Remember, D80. You wait for it to come. Desktop IP config all. Double check 192.168.102. Yeah, everything's looking good so far. 3 got our address, so we're gonna come in here, IP config dash all, and 191.168.3. Okay. And finally, into the first one, Fast Ethernet, DHCP, get your addresses. So we're 104. I'm going to go to the command ipconfig /all 192.168.104. Alright. All of those have received their configurations. Okay, we're going to click all of those closed. And now we are to do a complex PDU. So we're going to click simulation, let it click into simulation mode. We are going to do a complex, and there's our little envelope telling us that we're here. And we might as well make O the source, and we are making the server way outside the cluster into our destination. Okay, our event list, before we get into more configuration, our event list, we want TCP and HTTP, just to make sure. If you're down there's a whole boatload. We don't want all of those. So we're going to edit filters. Sorry, clicked. Okay, edit filters. First the show all. The show all, we want TCP and HTTP. And you can close those. Right here, what ones we have. My apologies, I've moved some stuff around. So we're the event list, and find our PDU here. So we'll just click there. Oh, move it a little bit out of the way. Alright. Now, we don't want it set to ping, we want it to HTTP. And you'll notice, since I changed it here, my destination address is wrong. So I put it back on, there it is. Source port is going to be 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 1000. 10
We're going to come down here to periodic and 120 seconds. We'll have to drag it up just a little bit so that we can get to create PDU. Sorry, hit the wrong button. There we go. Okay, we are going to click auto capture, and we are auto capturing. There we go. Actually, I'm going to click over this and I'm going to speed it up quite a bit. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we've we're going to sort of stop it with a capture forward. And my computer is truly slow tonight. So we'll have to wait just 1 second while it I reset the simulation just. Okay, so I sent it capture forward, capture forward, capture forward. Okay, so we want to check the third line down in the event list. Okay, and that's at the server. Okay, we're going to click it. Alright, and that pulls information about PDU specifically. We want to look at the inbound details. Okay, where was our source IP address? Right here, source IP address, and here's our destination, two different ones. The outbound, there's the source, and there's okay, DC how operated. In the outbound, the 228 is the source, and the destination is 227, and the inbound it's the opposite. Okay, and if you look at the headers are going to be just a little bit different. Okay, the destination MAC and the source, the destination and the source MACs are different. None of the other parts are different, but those are different. And if you look at your source ports, you'll see that your source ports down here are, opposite, that they do change. Okay. Number, ACK number, acknowledgement. So there's acknowledgements going on. Let's go some more. And let's look at this one. we're going to bring up
that, and if we look at the inbound details, okay, here is our Mac. It changes just like before. So our NAT changed as it went through the system. And I hope that helps you to understand a little bit how NAT works on a multifunction.